Hi, I'm washing clothes. Can you hear? So I was in here and I was like condensing all of my Tide Pods. And I wondered what Abigail thought of this because she's never really seen this before. But Abigail, what do you think this is?
Soap.
Soap. I didn't have to say nothing.
How did you know the soap?
Because Mom taught me it was soap.
I did. When?
When you were putting soap in it.
Oh, when I was doing the laundry?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even use this today. What do you think this is?
Soap.
Soap. And you smell it?
It smells like laundry clothes.
Laundry clothes. Yeah, definitely soap. So I only said that because this is extremely hard to open. You have to like pinch it down here and slice it open, and it's like, yeah, it's not good for my hands, that's for sure. So we washed the windows today. All of these windows we washed.
Thoroughly washed with Autoban?
Yeah, got rid of everything.
Yeah, we actually took the couch out of here. All of this came out, and we found not too much bad stuff, because we did get this rug not too long ago, so we had to move all of this out anyhow. And Rudy can now be clearly seen. All the windows have been washed. Yes, yes. I think this was the worst part, and I personally have to do the top 4 inches. That was the deal. Andrea does the bottom, I do the top. Teamwork.
Can't reach it.
That's the next project. So we did get all the bags off of there, and there's more bags to be dealt with. The concrete mix and the mulch. There's a few more items I have to get out of here. Sooner the better. I just don't know where they go. That's the big problem, isn't it? Kind of warm outside today, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to explore the planet.
She wants to explore the planet? I think we're going to wait on that for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Nice hairdo today.
Thanks.
Mommy did that for you? Let us see it. Whoa. Oh, yeah, it did fall.
Kind of fell down.
Yeah, it was all up in here. Couldn't even see it from the top, from the front. Nice though, Abigail.
Yeah.
And a nice dress too.
Yeah.
Raphael's completing his schoolwork. What's
Yeah.
new? That's not news, is it? That's an everyday thing. So even though we cleaned inside and out, it still looks like there's some sort of something on these windows. I don't know if they have to be scrubbed. But we've done a lot of work on those. I'm not sure we're going to put any more effort into that. But I think we are going to eat later on. And that'll be the first time we eat in probably a good few months. I don't know, you guys watch the vlogs. You probably know better than I do when we last ate at a restaurant. But with COVID and how restrictions work here, and obviously it's inside of a restaurant, I can't wrap my head around what if one of our kids, or even worse, what if Andrea got COVID? And so I think the plan is to always take out. Never, ever eat in a restaurant for us. Andrea being lung sensitive, and so sensitive that when something hits her, it hits her really hard. Not only is she sensitive, but it'll cause irreversible damage, I think, if she'll even survive. We are trying to be ultra careful with that. And so again, seeing regular regulations of how employees in different places do things, even though it's required, people don't wear masks necessarily, and you don't know what's going on with the 30 people around you that are sitting at adjacent tables right across from you. And so the kids have really been asking to go out and do things like we used to before, like restaurants, but unfortunately, even my lack of sushi for the past many months, we still can't get ourselves to do that. We do follow the news very, very, very closely. It's like a daily track of what's going on with COVID, not just number of deaths, but the type of COVID that it is. The disease is not just spreading, but there are new types, I want to say, of disease that are variants of COVID. And they are here in the States, and they are coming from different countries, and just all the variations of the disease and all of the bad things that it can do are happening now. And it's still spreading. It's not going to go anywhere, And this is basically how pandemics always worked, right? But it's very hard to get out of what we've been in our whole lives and the mindset. And getting out. Like, it's easy to look at a movie and be like, oh, why did the protagonist didn't do this and do that? I would do that. I wouldn't do that. I would do that, sure. And, you keep telling the protagonist how bad they are at life. But now that we're here, and this is not, like, massively lethal, because we're still going out and doing normal things, it's hard. It's masked, I think. It's not really, it doesn't have a feel of pandemic, end of the world type disease, but it ends people's lives very quickly. It spreads very quickly and easily, and you have to thoroughly watch yourself basically 24/7 when you're going to deal with other people. To that end, I think it's a blessing that we live far away, where we don't have external interaction with individuals outside of neighbors 6 foot apart. I mean, it's just, even technicians that come out here in the yard, they won't even wear a mask. And I'm not trying to say that it is good or bad, but we don't know what they are like. We don't know what their status is. I don't know if he's a COVID negative worker or not. So him not wearing a mask in my yard, that's it. Andrea has to stay inside. Like, I can't wrap my head around all of this. And yet at the same time, the chances of me wearing a mask, I have to tell myself, like, I'm gonna be a complete doofus, a goofus. Just this goof who's wearing a mask in his own yard. It's hard to wrap the head around that. And I can't stress how important it is for us not to get COVID. So if you're not being careful, or you think you're being careful, just understand that there's always a chance that it's gonna go bad. But to end again the negativity, I know this is like a rant, but we're just gonna go eat and we're gonna have fun. And I think, like I said, we're just gonna do takeout and come back here with the food. Even though it's like 25 minutes away, it's not that bad. And yeah, on other news, it hasn't really rained lately, even though it's the rain season and the ground is wet every day. I think it's just overnight. And the plants aren't really taking it good. So now that we've expanded our plants to, like, this has been here for a while and we fixed it, but now it's kind of not doing right. And we've expanded it to, like, all of these little here and what we have here. And it's just, I'm not sure how much to water each individual plant. With the amount of research that I normally do on everything in my life, I don't think I researched that enough. So I try to water them every day, not too much, just sprinkle for a few seconds. And I'm hoping that we see good results so we can start doing, like, proper gardening here and eventually get some fruits and vegetables type trees or bushes or plants or whatever. Get some vegetation in here, because I think while this is very nice, to me this feels a little barren. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, we do have these big bushes on the sides, but when you think about it, I think that getting more vegetation up in here, and I mean like plants and bushes and trees for the kids to take care of, is a really good idea in the COVID era now. So you have these, you have kids 7 days a week, we're home. Basically, we don't travel for overnights yet. And so they need more things to do during the day. We have some activities with other kids, but it's very limited at this point. And so we're trying to find as many things as possible for the kids to do here to get them exposed to new things. And I think getting a responsibility like Rafael has to do the cat and dog water and food and us monitoring it easily, it's not hard to do. It gives them a big benefit. So I think we're going to get more plants and start getting the kids invested in watering them and eventually growing plants to maybe eat. Who knows? But anyway, it's time to leave soon, so I'm going to stop this.
We are going to go for a little drive. Oh, it's almost dark outside. Anyway, it's 80 degrees inside the house in the middle of winter in Florida. What temperature was it like 3 days ago? Like 40? And today is 80. What? Sunny's barbecue.
Does it say curbside pickup on your camera? Because we
Sure
are not
enough.
going in.
Mm-mm.
But thank you. It's been a very long while.
Thank goodness it's not pizza for the last year.
It's the first time eat real food in like
Real
7
food in
months.
a year.
Nah, from a restaurant though.
Yeah. I see some kids were out here playing today.
Yeah.
But the art still looks good. Yeah, everything creative, and you got some toys back there too. Rudy gonna eat good tonight. Oh, she's shaking her tail now. She's like, yeah, I smell that food. She gonna have some rib bones probably. Yeah, so we got basically barbecue. And, ooh, some good looking ribs. We got some chicken. Nice. It smells fantastic. And 4 big old drinks. I didn't know it came with humongous drinks. Thought it was just like cans. And we got fries and bread. We got baked beans and macaroni and cheese. Right there. Well, I wouldn't have figured there would be any bugs out here because it's been cold lately. But we got a couple of gnats flying around. Other than that, pretty nice way to eat your dinner out here on the porch. It's kind of sizzling. We got sizzling sweet, which is kind of hot. I didn't get that to the kids, but we also got smoking, and that was a little hot too. Barbecue sauce is just hot for them, so.
Not for me, unless it's spicy or sizzling.
Yeah, you gotta get the generic barbecue sauce with no heat in it
I'm getting cold here.
for the kids. You're getting cold. It is like 76 right now.
Oh,
Bless you.
this is hot.
It didn't mess it up at all. Amazing. Dun, 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 dun. Pretty. You don't have an Andrea work face
No, I don't.
for these kids.
The good news is that we're here to stay, so.